the majority of which were former military. And for years they were very proud to march behind the Emerald Society Pipe Band. And they would be proud today to march behind Marion County Pipe Band. So I think we ought to give them a nice big hand. Today I'm going to read a poem that was delivered first on 9/11/2001. So I'm going to try to get through this, so I'm going to need all your help. 2001, 9/11. 3,000 plus arrived in heaven. As they passed through the gate, thousands more appear in waiting. A bearded man with stovepipe hat stepped forward, saying, "Let's sit and chat." They settled down in seats of clouds. A man named Martin shouts out proud, "I have a dream." And once he did, the newcomer said, "Your dream still lives." Groups of soldiers in blue and gray, others in khaki, greet, then say, "We're from Bull Run, Yorktown, the Maine." The newcomer said, "You died not in vain." From a man with sticks, one could hear, "The only thing we have to fear." The newcomer said, "We know the rest. Trust us, sir. We passed the test." Courage doesn't hide in caves. You can't bury freedom in a grave. The newcomer had heard this voice before, a distant Yankee twang from Hyannisport's shores. A silence fell within the mist. Somehow the newcomer knew that this meant time had come for her to say what was in the hearts of the 3,000 plus that day. Back on Earth, we wrote reports, watched the children play sports, worked on gardens, sang our songs, went to church, and clipped coupons. We smiled, we laughed, we cried, we fought. Unlike you, great we're not. A tall man in a stovepipe hat stood and said, "Don't talk like that. Look at your community. Look and see. You died for freedom, just like me." Then before them all appeared a scene of rubble, streets, and twisted beams. Death, destruction, smoke, and dust people working just cause they must. Hauling ash, lifting stone, knee-deep in hell, but not alone. Look, black men, yellow men, brown men, white men, side by side, helping their fellow men. So said Martin as he watched the scene. Even from nightmares can be born a dream. Down below, 3-5 and raised. The colors high in ashen haze. The soldiers above had seen it before on Iwo Jima in 44. The man on sticks studied everything closely, then shared his perception on what he saw most. I see pain, I see tears, I see sorrow, but I don't see fear. You left behind husbands and wives, daughters and sons, and so many lives are suffering now because of this wrong. But look very closely. They're not really gone. All of those people, even those who never met you, all of their lives, they'll never forget you. Don't you see what happened? Don't you see what you've done? You brought them together as one. With that, the man in the stovepipe hat said, "Take my hand now." And from there, he led 3,000 plus heroes, newcomers to heaven, on this day, 2001, 9/11.
Long before we had that radios, papers, and telephones. The daily announcements were dispatched from central headquarters to outlying firehouses by a system of bell commands and telegraph. Each different type of alarm or announcement had its own number and series of bell strings. When a firefighter died from a line of duty, or when some important official or person died, fire headquarters would transmit 5 bell strikes repeated in 4 series, with a slight pause between each series, followed by the announcement. This was done as long ago as 1865, where in the New York City Fire Department, the rank and file was informed of the death of Abraham Lincoln. This custom has continued down to the present day, and this form of rendering final honors to departed comrades is known in the New York City Fire Department as striking the 4 fives. I will now ask everybody to please stand. Firefighter Bill Brown, strike the 4 fives. The signal 555 has been transmitted. It is with deep regret that the New York City Fire Department announces the death of 343 of its firefighters, which occurred on September 11, 2001. Their assignments are completed and they have returned to quarters. Please be seated.